guys, and welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be doing my Breyerfest 2025 haul video. I came home with quite a few exciting models and I'm excited to show them all to you guys. So let's get started. These guys are all kind of mixed together with Clarion finds and Breyerfest special runs and store specials this year, so these guys aren't really grouped in any particular way. Just trying to show them all to you guys. So first off, right here we have this girl. She was a web special from a year or so ago. She did come with a foal, but I only wanted the mare. I got her for $25 in a pickup, and I only got her for my conga as I'm not a unicorn person. But here she is for my conga, and I'm glad to have her. Next up is Glossy Chardonnay. I'm really excited to have this guy. He was a glossy model that was made for Breyerfest a couple years ago. I'm really glad to have this guy, as the gloss just adds that little touch to him that makes me want to have this model, as I don't have the matte one. The glossy one I think is absolutely stunning. So I'm super excited to have this guy, and he does have his COA. And yeah, I got him in a pickup as well. And then right here is one of the Seize the Day surprises. I got all mattes this year. This is the matte Palomino Pinto. This guy is really pretty. This was definitely probably my second favorite color. He's really cute. Next up is the Sooty Palomino, I believe people are calling him. Seize the Day surprise. He is also very stunning. I had the bay one and I traded for this guy. I thought I liked the bay more, but then I saw this guy in person and I thought he was gorgeous. And then I got the roan. The roan is definitely by far my favorite one. I do believe he's the most common, but we don't know the numbers as of the time I'm filming this video. But he is very pretty, and I ended up with two of, traded the second one for the bay, and then that bay I traded for this guy. So yeah, right here is Glossy Landler. He was a Breyerfest special run from 2022. Found him in the Clarion. He was a big in search of mine. I'm glad I have the Glossy. I got him for a good price. I believe I paid $100 for him, and he came with a nice metal stand. Right here is Sapphire. She was one of the store specials from this year. Really excited to have this girl. I love this mold. Absolutely adore it, and I'm so glad I have her for my conga. This girl has some really nice shading and a gorgeous color. Next up is Bet Your Blue Boons. I found this girl in the Clarion, and after I sold her a long time ago, I really wanted another one, as I've gotten a few more on this mold. So I'm really glad to have her back in my collection. Next up is the Rainbow Surprise model from the 7 Art Surprise from Breyerfest 2021. This was the last one I needed for my conga of obtainables. Now I have the full matte set of the surprises from that year. So I'm really glad I got this guy in a pickup. Next up is Good Times and Great Friends. These guys were special runs from this year, and they were by far my favorite, as I love this new Mustang mare mold. She is so stunning, and so is the foal. I really love this guy's color. He's really pretty. Moving on down, this is YOLO. So I did really like YOLO to begin with, and then it was revealed that there was a variation on him that had this like Sabino type marking, and oh my god, as soon as I saw it I was like, I'm obsessed with that. And somehow I got lucky and I pulled the Sabino one. He is definitely not a micro run. People are thinking he's a 50-50 split, but in the end I'm so glad I got this guy, because the Sabino marking literally makes him so much better. And yeah, I don't even want the normal one anymore, and I just think the Sabino marking really makes him look so much better. Next up is Future is Bright. This guy was a special run from this year, and I got lucky enough to pull the one with the mane, and it's also the one that he was advertised as. And I'm so glad I didn't get the roached one, because I just think this mane is so cool on this mold. Mine came with really good shading and dapples. I think he's so pretty. Really glad I have this guy. Next up is Let the Good Times Roll. So I got two of these guys with my tickets, assuming that there was going to be a variation, and I was correct. There was thankfully only a 50-50 split variation with the braided and loose mane. And the first time I went through, I actually got 2 braided manes and I was able to trade one right away for a loose mane. So thankfully I have these guys for my conga. I'm really excited. It didn't take me very long to find a trade. But yeah, these guys are really pretty. This guy is the braided matte one, and then this guy is the loose glossy. So yeah, they're very pretty. I definitely like the loose mane more, as I just prefer that version of the mold. But yeah, these guys are really cute. Moving on down, this is the Glossy Collector Club Appreciation Ideal Paint Horse. I picked this guy up for a good price, and yeah, I'm really excited to have this guy in gloss, as I didn't really want the matte one for my conga, but I thought the glossy one was really pretty. I usually like horses more when they're in gloss, so I definitely decided to pick this guy up for his price. And he does have his barcode to confirm that he is authentic, thankfully. So yeah, here's this guy. Moving on, we have Braided Bow. This guy was a Collector Club web special from a few years ago. Probably around, I want to say maybe 2019 or 2020. And whenever he first came out, it was revealed that he had a 50-50 split with the mane, and you didn't know what one you were going to get. I ended up with the loose mane originally, and I eventually wanted to get the braided mane for my conga, but unfortunately his price has blown up over the past few years, and I just didn't want to pay that much for a model I basically already had. But then this year I was able to find the braided one for only $40 in the Clarion, and I was very happy to find this guy for only 40 bucks, as that is under his original cost, and that was perfect for me to be able to buy one for my conga. Next up we have Stage Mom and Child Star. These guys were a big in search of mine for this year in the Clarion, and I found this set for $100 in the Clarion. They're in pretty good condition. Aside from the foal, he has some shiny marks, but overall I'm pretty happy with these two. I am glad to finally have these guys in my collection. Moving down, we have Wish on a Star. I got this guy in a pickup with a few other models, and I'm really excited to finally have this guy. He is so gorgeous. He's from a Breyerfest 2011. Regardless, this guy is so stunning. Really excited to have this guy for my Big Ben conga. I have been downsizing them, but I've been keeping my favorites, and he was one that I really wanted to find. And then next up for this group is Icicle. I'm not the biggest bouncer mold fan, but I do really like Icicle, and I got this guy for only 35 bucks. So yeah, he's in pretty good condition aside from a couple super tiny flaws. But isn't this guy just so cute? So yeah, that is Icicle, and now I will be moving on to the next group of models. Alright, for the next group of models, I have some more random models, and then I also have my more rare / favorite models that I ended up with. So starting over here with my more rare / favorites, I have the Glossy Grullo Pinto. This guy was a prize model from a few Breyerfests ago. He was limited to 45 made, and he's now my rarest model. Picked this guy up, and he does have his certificate of authenticity. All of my glossy models that I got this year do, thankfully. Next up is Glossy California Chrome, who was also a prize model. This guy is gorgeous in gloss. Really happy to add another rare model to my collection. And then I also ended up with a Glossy Hwin. It was from Breyerfest 2018, but I could be wrong. And yes, she also does have her certificate, and so does Chrome. I'm excited to have more glossy prize models in my collection. Moving down, I got Mallorca. This guy was a web special from a few months ago. I did not get picked for him, so I was so happy to pick this guy up. I got him for his original cost, and I am so happy to have this guy. And then right here, this is the black volunteer model from this year, Salute. So happy to get this guy. I went through so much to get one of these guys, as the black was my favorite color, and I got him for a decent price. I will say this guy isn't in the best shape. He does have some flaws, unfortunately, but it looks like a lot of them did. It's honestly probably just from the finish of this guy, but he is a gorgeous model. And right here I have one of my tight lines or fish This guy has his little blanket on. He was unboxed. I ended up with 4 of them. So this is one of them. And then right here, this is Baby Flo. I got her in a pickup for only $25, and I've been wanting this horse just for sentimental reasons, as I'm a fan of Fallon Taylor. So I'm glad to finally have Baby Flo after wanting her for years. Moving up, this is Yasmin. She was a Premier Club model, and I picked this girl up for a good price in the Clarion, as she's the only other one on this mold besides Kaylee that I really like. So yeah, now I have this girl in my collection. Moving down, we have Cafe something. I do not know how to say this guy's name, but he is from a event in 2014. I wanted this guy for my Carrick Conga, and I'm glad I found one in the price that I wanted to pay for him. He's a decently rare model. I think he has less than 200 made of him. So yeah, I'm glad I got this guy. He was probably my #1 in search of for the Clarion this year, and I found him on one of the last days. So I am happy to come home with this guy. Right here are some more random models. I found these guys in the bins in the Breyer store for only $20. And I used to have this set and I sold it, and then I wanted another one, but I didn't want to pay retail price. So for finding them for $20, I was pretty happy. The mare is a very nice dark palomino, and the foal is pretty light. I do wish the foal was a little bit darker, but I can't be too picky. They don't really have any flaws, actually. They are in pretty good condition, so I'm pretty happy with that. Moving right here, my boyfriend got 2 Breyer bulls, a Longhorn, and then this guy, he just decided he wanted to find some Breyer bulls, so here are these 2 guys. And then for one of my last Breyers, this is Java. I have been wanting Java for so long. He's probably the only decorator that I have wanted so badly for a long time that is not a Halloween horse. So yeah, I finally got a Java that I picked up, and I am so happy to add this guy to my collection. Moving on, I have a few Peterstones that I ended up with. This is Ann Wilder. She was from the Peterstone event this year, and unfortunately she sold out before I could get one, but then someone offered to sell her to me secondhand, and I was able to get her for only about $115 over cost. And even though I would have rather paid cost, I'm so happy that I ended up with this girl, because she is on the new Volo mold, and I am so happy to have one on this mold, and especially a factory custom one. I think she's gorgeous. So yeah, here's this awesome girl. I'm so happy I ended up with her. And then right here, I ended up with this guy. I have been wanting this dude for so long. I got him in a pickup. This is Kick It Up. He was a loyalty model from a few years ago. So happy to have him. He's so gorgeous. And then right here, this is Blue Thunder. I found him for only $150 in the Clarion, and he does have a couple super tiny flaws right here. I do believe he was laying on his side for a long time, and that's how he got those flaws. But I am so happy with this awesome, super random purchase in the Clarion. He is so cute. And yeah, only $150 for a Remington. I thought that was a pretty good deal. Next up, we have the last of my traditionals, I believe. Right here is Glossy Full Moon Rising. I found this girl in the Clarion for a really good price. I wasn't planning on coming home with another Glossy prize model, but for her price, I really couldn't pass it up. Really excited to have this girl. Next up is this guy. I do not know how to say his name, but he was a store special from this year, and this guy's gorgeous. I tried to get one with pretty decent dapples. He is really pretty. I'm excited to unbox him. Next up is Cash. This guy was a release that was supposed to be a mid-year release. He was available in the Breyer store. I'm really excited to have this guy. I was excited whenever he was announced to come out, so I definitely had to pick one of these guys up. Right here, this is the Justify resin made by Breyer a few years ago. I've been looking for this guy for a long time, but his price has been crazy in my opinion, and I was able to find this guy new in box for only $100, and I'm really excited to have this guy to go with my American Pharoah one, and I think he's super cool. Right here we have Standing Ovation, the crystal this year. So happy to have this guy. I think he's really cute. I'm so glad that they finally did one on a mold that I actually like. So yeah, here's this little dude. He's gonna go with my one other crystal that I have. And then right here I have Karina and Celine. I got them with all of their goodies, and I'm so excited to have these guys. These are actually like my first purchase in the Clarion this year. They are adorable. Never really thought I'd own these guys, but I got them for a decent price. And yeah, I think they're super cute. And then right here I have my two other fish slash tight lines. I got this guy signed, and then this guy's gonna be my one that I put on the shelf. And then lastly, right here we have Calavera. I picked this guy up and I'm really excited to have this guy finally. I love the Halloween horses and I got this guy for a pretty good price, and I'm excited to unbox him. Next up we have all the stablemates I got this year. First up we have this super sporty 4-pack of stablemates. I think these guys are really cute. And then right here we have the best of Breyerfest for this year. I am very excited for all of these models. I think they're all adorable. Right here we have 3 of the 4 single day stablemates for this year. I did end up selling Mimosa, the Indian pony, as I'm not a fan of that mold. But right here we have Prosecco. He's very cute. Bellini. I love this guy's color, and I really like the Polo Pony mold. And then Kava, who is also adorable. Up here I got this Pony Gals Thoroughbred. And then going on with all my loose stablemates I got this girl and this little gingerbread guy, this little Mustang. I finally got a buggy. Very happy that I finally own a buggy. I have a few more just random stablemates and some Tennessee Walkers, and then I finally have this dude that was from the Stablemate Club a while ago. I don't remember his name, but I got him for a very good price. I'm so happy to have him for my conga. And then lastly I have this little Peterstone chip that I got for 10 bucks just to add to my small little chip collection for horse shows. So yeah, here's this little dude. These guys were my online purchases during Breyerfest. I got the matte Hoopla. This guy came in a matte glossy split. I'm definitely gonna have to find the glossy. He's got some cute dapples. He did unfortunately come with some bad factory flaws, but I'm excited to add him to my Bristol conga. He's really cute. And then I also got the normal variation of Shindig. He's so cute. Excited to add him to my conga. And then these guys, or this girl was not part of like actual like Breyerfest, but I did buy her while I was at Breyerfest online. And this is Atlanta. She is the Breyer Stablemate of Atlanta. I got her online on this website for only 7 bucks, and she is so cute. I'm probably gonna keep this girl new in box and maybe buy another one out of box or 2 unbox. And then it also came with a free magnet and pin, which is awesome. I think this is actually really cute. And some little like flyers as well to advertise their event. And yeah. Last up for my haul is just all of the other random things I got at Breyerfest this year. Starting with the Stone Horses fan that they were giving out at their welcome party. This thing is awesome. I really like it. I did not use it because I completely forgot about it, but I think it's pretty cool. Right here are a few Stablemate pony pouches I got. Absolutely adorable. I love the My Little Pony one. And then right here are all my placings from the open show this year. This was my first time doing the open show. And right here I have the program and then my show info that they gave us at the show. Right here I have 2 little China horses. I think that they're cute. They were in a free box. My boyfriend and I both got one. And then I have my Collector Club member tag, a little Breyer magnet, the magnet from this year's Breyerfest, and then also the pin from this year. And then I have a button from Infinity Breyers, this one from one of the booths at the little area where all the booths are at Breyerfest. Not under the covered arena, but in the kids area. And then I have a magnet from Claiborne as well as this button from Claiborne. And then I have 2 bracelets and some little trinkets. This is another little pin that I got from someone at the social media meet. And then I also got this Driving Forward Breyerfest t-shirt in the Breyer store. It was technically a warehouse find, which I thought was pretty cool. And then over here I just have all my ribbons and placings and certificates that came with models that I bought. And I thought these were pretty cool this year. Breyer did these little cards that were for all the guest horses this year. I got some of them signed, and I just have a few of them, and I think it's honestly really cool that they did this year. I love collecting things, and yeah, this was really cute. And then I also have a little Patrick and Repeat the Beat little card that they had, and the live auction bid sheet. I went and watched a few minutes of that, and then this little sticker of Repeat the Beat. So yeah, that was my entire Breyerfest haul. I hope you guys enjoyed. This year was by far my most expensive Breyerfest, but I had a great time and ended up with so many amazing models for my collection. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will be posting my Breyerfest experience video eventually. And I hope you guys enjoyed. See you next time.